Let's go back to spice in the relationship through cooking. Because, I mean, again, I'm the guy representative here. Right? Typically, if guys hear I got to cook, that means I'm cleaning the pots and the pans after we've eaten.
Yes, we can't do that with our nails.
And it's okay. I'm into it. For me, it's cathartic, right? I like cleaning things. But if you tell me there's going to be a little spice, now I'm actually probably going to come a little bit eagerly to the table. So what does that mean?
No, wait, is it like, hot pepper spice, or what kind of spice is that?
Lisa's going to tell us. Lisa's going to tell us. Maybe it's both.
It is both. I find that guys like spice. Sriracha, whatever.
Yes.
Flakes, they're all into it. It's good. And my family's from New Orleans, so I'm down with that. That's like, if you think spicy, I'm good. I think it's like I said, you're in the kitchen, and it becomes intimate. It's just the two of you and the food and the music in the room, and no distractions. There's something that's spicy and sexy about that to me, and not everybody may see that, but I see it, and I always have. And I don't know, it's just that coming together and just flirt while you cook, flirt with each other. Even if you're married, your boyfriend and girlfand that night. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. I get it. I think
feed each other and talk about the process. And I don't know. I feel strongly about this. I think
maybe we should have a Facebook Live example of what this all looks like. Keeping it above board and clean until.
No, but that's true. I mean, and it's always funny because he knows if we're doing anything with like ground meat that I don't like to do it because I got to take off my ring or it gets in my nails. Right. And he's like, okay, well, I'll take care of that. I'm like, oh, thank God. Here you go. Here's the bowl.
And I love that you want to clean up afterwards because I don't mind doing it, but it's nice to share the duties. That's all part of it, from buying the food to cleaning up. To me, it's a whole process. And so if you're both involved from beginning to end, I don't know, it's just this common effort to make this meal. And it's fun,
I agree. And in our home, Linda does a lot of the meal, takes care of a lot of the meals. But, there are all those days like Thanksgiving. I'll do 90% of all the cooking, everything up front. But on a day in and day out, we need to get to that point where maybe on Sundays we do this, because what I heard was that while it's still fun together, it actually give us more time in the middle of the week to do other things. But here's the way I look at it. If she's whether it's peanut butter sandwiches, which I make, she doesn't make, but whether it's something as simple as that or some elaborate meal, my contribution clearly is going to be cleaning up. And maybe there was a time when I thought that it was a pain in the butt, but now I actually it's
therapy.
It's therapeutic. It's calming. Yeah. I get everything done the way I want to get it done. I throw it in the dishwasher, and then we're good. It's all good.
I agree with you. There's something for me cathartic to do it from start to finish, and I shoo people away. Not all the time, but I'm like, no, I got it, because there's something about me finishing that process.
Sure.
So if you're doing that as a couple, it's the same thing. It's a common goal, I guess, in a small way.
Hey, Lisa, I like your tip also about. Starting the process by shopping together. Because again, I think that's also one of those things where in most homes it's a division of labor, and he or she is responsible for the shopping. Yeah. And you're missing an opportunity there. I'm not saying that you can get spicy in the grocery store. I mean, maybe you can, but it's just the fact that you're doing it together from a perspective of, hey, in a little bit, whether that's an hour or a day, a week or a month later, we're going to take these ingredients, do what we got to do to prepare a meal together, eat and enjoy. I mean, just small changes and being deliberate and intentional with your time with one another can have tremendous rewards on that backside.
Absolutely, I agree. I totally agree. And you can get a little spicy. You hold hands, you lean on each other, you joke around. I think it's going back to, like I said, even though if you're married or been in a committed relationship for a while, you still want to flirt, you still want to lose that thing that, whatever brought you together, that spark, that's always still there, but sometimes life interferes and it goes away or we forget about it. It's always there. So if it's going to the market and just flirting a little bit or flirting in the kitchen while you're cooking, it's just going to ignite something and bring something back, and it's going to, take you to another level. So why not do it? It's there. That's why you guys are together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I couldn't agree more. And to me, it's about being deliberate and intentional with what you've been blessed to be given.
Absolutely.
And we hear all the stories about, you know what, we're 19 years in, we're 20 years in, we were just here for the kids, or it's this, or it's that. Look, we've been together 30 years, married 26, and I can tell you, we were just talking about this the other day, the way that the word will tell you is that 30 years, you two should be boring. You should be tired of each other. You should be this, you should be that. Guys, hear me on this, and I'm speaking to everybody, but guys specifically. At 26 years, if you're deliberate and intentional in your relationship, you will find new ground and territories that you never even knew existed. Absolutely. The grass is greener on the other side, as long as the other side is within your own relationship. It's up to you to go and find it.
Absolutely. And you guys we're always evolving and changing, and being aware of those changes and tapping into that will help everything grow too. So it is being mindful, being aware, being grateful for the person in your life. And I don't care how long you've been together, you can find, like I said, that spark, and that spark will be there. You may have changed as people, but you're still who you are. You're still that, whatever that was that pulled you together is still going to be there. So yeah, just keep, you guys got it.
And that's, guys, that spark can come from a hamburger or a steak. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and now that our kids are grown and out of the house, we've been traveling a lot more, which is, a blessing. A blessing. And it's so much fun. But of course, like I said, we're foodies. So when we go anywhere, we have to find the best spots, or, whether it's healthy or not, because when you travel, I think that goes out the window. Although, we have to know each other's travel styles, because for me, I still want to try to be healthy, but then sometimes...
Well, look, it's not that I don't want to be healthy, but here's the thing. Let's say I'm going to somewhere like Louisiana, it would be a travesty to go to Louisiana and only eat salad to say, hey, I ate healthy. You're missing what's a huge part of the culture. And to me, that's what you've got to go and immerse yourself in.
Sure.
So if I put on a couple pounds because we went to Louisiana and came back, that's good. I just have to work a little bit harder in the gym. It's all good. I would rather do that than to miss it.
Yeah, and I think, I know that for us, when we went to Fiji, there were some dishes that we didn't know about, but they were amazing.
Oh my gosh.
But it was funny, when we were there last year, it was our 25th wedding anniversary, and we were at this resort that you could order anything you wanted. They had a set menu, but you could order anything you wanted. So we put our request in, and I wanted crab for dinner one night.
Right.
Okay, I don't know. Crab is crab. No.
We're thinking of Red Lobster crab.
Well, no, not Red Lobster, but Mastro's crab. But so they bring it out, and it's this ginormous crab. And I got it in a spicy sauce, and it was delicious, but it was mud crab. Oh. And I didn't know what mud crab was, but apparently it's a crab that lives in the ground.
Lives in the ground.
And they could be, 5 pounds.
They are formidable.
Yeah. And, trying to break into it and everything was very interesting. But again, it was an experience. I will never forget it. And it was delicious.
And here you are a year later talking about it again.
I know.
If we'd gone to Red Lobster, you wouldn't even remember.
Exactly.
Just the experiences that you had together that you're still talking about it. And it still conjures up fun memories and, memories of the two of you on that trip. This is beyond the crab, so.
Yeah.
Food's a starting point.
So Lisa, as a home chef,
yes,
right? A trained home chef with a lot of experience. So when you travel, what is it that you look for? What is your process? What do you like? How do you approach the whole thing? Because again, as a guy, I open up the phone book. I guess I'm showing my age. I dig into my phone and I look for foods near me, and I get Burger King or this or that. But I want to go deeper. So how do you approach it?
I try to find where the locals go, because that's where the good stuff's going to be. You know how you have that crab meat and then you got the good piece of crab meat? It's that kind of thing. So I try to go where the locals go. I'll ask friends. I'll ask chef friends of mine, where do you like to eat when you're in the city? Because they're very particular. Until you eat with chefs, you don't understand just how particular everything is. So I do that. I go on the websites, and you have to learn how to read between the lines from a disgruntled person who had, one bad experience that probably wasn't that awful. You know what I'm saying? But finding out where the locals go. So that's just kind of, milling around on the internet and seeing what keeps popping up. If a restaurant pops up 3 or 4 times, I think I need to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I try to do. And just, going to market and talking to people, talk to the fishmonger. He might be sending that fish to a restaurant, and that's where I should be. You know what I'm saying? So it's just taking yourself out of the whole tourist mode, the tourist head, I would say.
Yeah.
And make yourself a local and just pretend like you just moved to the city. What would you do? You move to a new city, you're going to try to find where everybody goes to and what's the best and what you want to experience. So I think it's the same thing with travel.
Nice.
That, yeah.